him just take the show and tell and just jam.
Yeah, he can jam right now.
Yeah, and I mean, a 15-15, pretty good when you're at 19.
Just pedal.
Yeah, so we'll see him go to 17 here.
He's just going to go for it. There's really not much that he has to worry about when you see basic Mountain Swift Spear.
Yeah, like, I don't even think there's a line that exists with, like, Bolt, Fire Blast that could kill him.
Force a will it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't realize that, like, he could think that his opponent is on Blue-Red Delver and just didn't have a duel on turn 1.
So this game looks to be...
So, like, that incentivizes him to go for it even more, right?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, well, when he's off days, I'm just going to go for it.
Yeah. So this game looks to be...
we got a reader.
Almost over. He's not going to be happy to read that card. Card's quite broken.
Don't read that card.
Yeah.
Card's a ludicrous mistake.
It never dies, it avoids everything, and you lose your board.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically what it does.
It's not fun.
No, it is not. Especially for 3 mana. That doesn't seem very fair.
Which is more oppressive, this one or the 13 mana one?
In which format?
I guess that's a good point. Because this was not even relevant in Standard, right? Like, it was a one-of in Ramp.
And, I mean, even in Modern, it was, like, what you ult Nahiri for, but, like, really all it was a random shuffle sometimes.
That deck was sweet for a while.
I loved that deck, but towards the end, I played it longer than it was good.
Prowess Trigger.
Prowess Trigger. All right, go to 11.
Go.
I would like to attack for 3.
I love a good David and Goliath. Like, I don't like anything more than an underdog, but this is just nonsense.
Yeah, you're going to lose your board. And... This is about the point where I would just show that I have
Annihilator
Force of Will.
Trigger.
Yeah, I would just show that I had the
He's
Force.
just casting Brainstorm? Come on, man.
He's got to get
rubbing
another
it
one. In. I think he actually is just trying to find a land drop.
He just wants to have two forces, 2 blue cards, so that he can show, like, the 2 pair.
Yeah.
He's just going to let him go? Okay.
I mean, I would just show him the 1 pair and just be like, you're dead. Like, you got it.
All right.
Go to 9.
Yeah. You get to see what's in his deck.
That's
small
fair.
victories, right?
But this game is definitely over.
Man, I wish I had some more interesting insight to like provide, but just 15U is going to get it done. So, Hank Zong takes game 1. Sneak and Show.
So we can take a look at sideboards for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So the Sneak and Show player has access to 2 Grafdigger's Cage, 2 Grim Lavamancer, an Echoing Truth, an Engineered Explosives, a Pyroblast and a Red Blast, a Defense Grid, 2 Defense Grid, a Kozilek's Return, a Vendilion Click, a Flusterstorm, an Omniscience, and a Blood Moon.
So from the Sneak and Show player's perspective, I like the Echoing Truth. I like maybe Kozilek's Return? I don't know.
Yeah,
I really love that. V-Click is probably fine because of potential sideboard cards, and I like Flusterstorm.
Yeah, so Flusterstorm's obviously huge, right, because it'll be able to counter a burn spell.
Mm-hmm.
The Kozilek's Return, I agree I'm confused or medium on. Because you might be able to...
Taxian Probe for sure.
Yes, you do not want to just pay 2 life into the burn deck.
And I might trim on Ancient Tombs, but that's probably wrong.
Yeah, I mean, the Ancient Tomb is still the best land in your deck. Yeah.
So, like, the number 1 sideboard card that Eric could have is Ensnaring Bridge, which burn decks used to have when Sneak and Show was popular, but he doesn't have it. And we're back down to the match. It's good.
Yeah. So we can see how they are actually sideboarding right now. But so from the burn player's board, he has access to 3 Smash to Smithereens, 3 Exquisite Firecraft, 2 Bedlam Reveler, 4 Flame Rift, 2 Sulfuric Vortex, and a Sudden Shock.
He is ice cold.
Yeah,
He's got nothing.
I would maybe bring in the Sulfurics.
Well, you can cut Searing Blaze and upgrade your removal your burn suite slightly. I would just put Flame Rift in.
I'm also moderately interested in turning off Lifelink from Grizzlebrand.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see the Sulfurics come in. But,
that's fine. Sure, we can bring the vortexes in for that reason.
Because Flame Rift is the sorcery that deals you both 4, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But like you're just racing, like you're
100%. Yeah, your life total doesn't matter. You're either very, very dead, or they're dead.
Eidolon probably, maybe not. Eidolon of the play is good if they're cantrip.
Yeah, exactly. I might board out the Eidolon on the draw, but
I might board out Price of Progress because they have.
They do have access to a ton of basics.
I would cut the 4 Prices and the 4 Searing Blazes for 4 Flame Rift, 2 Vortexes.
So do you think that there's any chance that he has something that you're going to smash? I think you don't want to smash the Smithereens at all.
No, there's nothing you can smash. I could see Firecraft because it can't be countered, just finishing it off.
Yeah, that's reasonable. So it looks like they're finishing up sideboarding and they're about to present, and we will get into some Game 2 action.
definitely interesting dynamic. When to say, hey, you're going to cover Legacy. I'm like, I will watch Miracles versus Sultai or whatever, and it'll be great. We'll talk about Brainstorm. And no, you're watching Burn, and you're watching Sneak and Show, and you're watching a race.
Yes.
All right.
But, I mean, it's basically the same thing as Modern, right? Sometimes you're just racing, and sometimes you get the Dredge versus Prison matchup.
Well, it's the same thing as Modern, except there's a 15-15 in play on turn 2.
Yeah, but I mean, that's about as
With
fair.
no drawback. No discernible drawback.
But I mean, there's 1 mana 13/13s running amok in Modern right now. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do not have Flying and Annihilator 6.
Eric's just like Seething Song, Zealous Conscripts, get you.
That would be something, especially if he had it off his own Ancient Tomb.
The games
so
that
he could turn to
the
it.
games that Hank is going to lose in this matchup revolve entirely around not finding it.
Yeah,
Just spinning his wheels too much.
His loss is due to his deck's fail rate, not due to anything specific his opponent will be up to.
It's basically a goldfish.
Yes.
It's like a red goldfish throwing fire at you, but it's a goldfish.
Yeah. It's basically Hades.
Yeah?
He only gets mad and throws fire at you.
Yep.
So
I was trying to think of like the goldfish or the fish in the movie Hercules, but I don't think there is one, so I just got tilted off. My pop culture references were medium at best.
So, see some fresh 7s here, it looks like. Yes.
Yep.
So the Sneak and Show hand has a Force, a Brainstorm, and an Ancient Tomb, and a Fetch. So basically everything he's looking for.
And a Lotus Petal.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how many Forces he left in, but this hand looks pretty good. So we have a Mountain leading into a Swift Spear, and it looks like we're debating whether this is going to resolve.
Yeah, I think Hank is thinking about forcing it, and it looks like he's going to force it. I like that, but I don't love pitching the second force. Because if you do have if you are cantripping a lot and are just spinning your wheels, you could get under an Eidolon, and that's not a great spot to be.
So it looks like his current hand is a Brainstorm, another Brainstorm, a Petal, an Ancient Tomb, and a Spirit Guide.
And he drew the Spirit Guide for turn, right?
Yes.
So he had both Brainstorms at the time and only one Fetch. Yeah, I definitely like pitching a Brainstorm.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think that you're...
Petal and Misty.
So we see a Mountain into a Swift Spear, or the same Mountain casting a Swift Spear. So it looks like Higbee doesn't have a second land.
Which is okay, because that means he has a Fistful of Fire.
Yes.
Which is good, because when Hank has it, he's like almost never going to win.
Yeah, that's true.
It'd be cool if he had something like Skullcrack or like Deflecting Palm or something, but like that nonsense is like relegated.
Well, Deflecting Palm's also insanely difficult to cast off of the 10 Mountain mana base.
Well, yeah, it's 10 fetches too. He could have like two plateaus or whatever.
Yeah, usually Price of Progress.
Hank did bring in the Click, and he brainstormed and grabbed a Click. Another Force of Will, an Ancient Tomb. So he had the Ancient Tomb.
Yeah,
right?
so I think he found a... so he found a Misty, so I don't hate potentially brainstorming back a land.
It looks like, there's some... It might be 2 fetches, at least 1 fetch.
I think it's a Misty and a Tomb.
Okay. Is he just going to play Tomb, Spirit Guide, and block?
I have no idea. That would be pretty cool, though.
That would be cool.
So he may just flash this Click in and do the same line off of the Fetch and the Petal.
I like that. He can't possibly think that Eric still has Searing Blaze in his deck at this juncture. So.
And I mean, especially if he misses his second land, then Fire Blast isn't on the radar.
I think Fire Blast, your Click, go to no lands, hit you to 14.
Oh, no, but
the best possible thing.
The Prowess triggers could make the Sphere eat the Click if he had access to 2 spells.
If he was like Spike you, play a land attack or whatever. Sure. That's a reasonable line, I suppose.
We see a Volcanic fetched, which is...
I almost think Hank should just target himself.
Oh,
but then he's worried about sideboard cards too. So like he doesn't...
That's true.
He doesn't know that Eric is as cold as we know he is.
That's fair. And so we see he found half of the combo, so we definitely want the Emrakul.
Oh, yeah, you probably want to keep it. I kind of like putting it back just because it clogs up your hand, but you need to find... I guess it gives less things you need to find.
Okay, and he's actually going to brainstorm back the Vendilion Click.
Sure. Which is the same thing as keeping it and using it to click yourself.
That's fair, yeah.
Basically, except that it might block.
Yeah.
But that you also probably would have to tomb to cast it.
Yeah. He's also at 16 against an opponent who missed a land drop, though.
Yeah.
So we.
If Hank just gets in here and casts the Spirit Guide, I'm going to be so happy.
Well, so he's already used his land drop, I believe. Has he not? I think he was on the draw.
Yeah, I think he fetched and then brainstormed. I think he fetched Volcanic.
So he knew the cards from the first brainstorm or from the.
Didn't want them. Yeah.
Because
he might have to draw one of these cards next turn.
Yeah. But he has another fetch anyway. He could also jam a Ponder.
Yeah, he could cast Ponder and then shuffle.
So clearly this is a difficult
It's
turn.
a pretty
though.
interesting turn from
Yeah.
Hank's perspective, as he needs to make sure that he doesn't spin his wheels too much. That's
Yeah.
really the only way he's going to lose.
Yeah, because he can just get caught by something like another threat followed up
And
by
see
a
him
flurry.
put like everything back but a bunch of cantrips and then get idle-oned and
Yeah.
just not be able to get out from underneath himself fast enough.
Yeah, that would
Like, that's possible.
that would be quite unfortunate for him.
I like him playing the Lotus pedal out, probably to play around idle-on as well.
Yeah. Plus, it's unlikely your opponent has anything like Smash.
Eric got a lightning bolt in there. I don't.
It could be a basic mountain.
Oh no, it is a lightning bolt.
Oh,
I
100%?
can see the
Okay.
art. Yeah. Suspend Rift Bolt, attack for 1.
Yeah. And so we redraw the click, fetch away the other card, and potentially fetch a basic. Okay.
So if
Oh, okay, so he's back in the deck.
oh no, he's going back for the basic island. I was gonna say if Hank is like 100% sure that Eric boarded out Price, which I think he can be.
Yeah.
He can be fairly sure. Although Eric might think that if Price deals 4 damage or
Yeah.
2 damage, it's
Well,
enough.
There's also potential that the price is just like worse than the Searing Blaze, and he doesn't have a full 8 he would like to bring in. So
True.
That could be the case. So here we see a Ponder looking at an Engineered Explosives, a Flooded Strand, and another Ponder.
I like the engineered explosives. So he boarded that in, or he has that main deck. Oh no, he has 1 in the board.
Yeah, there's the one in the sideboard. Yeah,
Makes sense. Definitely better than Gataxian
Yeah,
Probe.
Lotus Petal is the only artifact he has in his main deck. So this is another just tough decision. All of these cantrips are just so difficult.
Again, like, it's also possible that Eric's gaining a lot of equity here because Hank could be keeping things that are objectively like, correct to keep, or like, but he's afraid that he can't win fast enough, so like he's shuffling away some powerful things, and like the converse of that is like he made sure to keep the Emerald to make sure he has his combo, and then if like the other things don't come together, he doesn't have like any more wheels to spin.
Yeah.
So like there's a lot of dynamics at play here.
Yeah.
But it's very subtle.
Because he doesn't want to dead end himself. So he doesn't want to just paint himself into a corner. So here we see
trigger.
Rift Bolt coming off the
Prowess
upkeep.
trigger.
Yeah.
Rift Bolt target you.
So that puts him down at 12, and then post attack it'll be at potentially 10.
Lava Spike target
Okay.
you. There's only one way to play.
Just straight fire off the top.
Prowess
One
trigger.
of my friends would call this helmet magic. All your things just go upstairs.
Okay.
So it looks like this attack's going to put him down to 6, and so we'll likely play this game
Looks
for
like
only
Eric
1 or
might
2 more
steal
turns.
one.
Yes, this has been.
You got 2 more lightning bolts in hand.
Yeah, so he's really would have liked to have found a mountain off the top one of these turns, but I mean he's done well with what he had.
And it's almost possible that Eric's land screw is going to work in his favor here. Like if he had drawn the lands earlier, he would have played them. But like if he's going to play the click.
Okay, so this is it. Yes, the Lotus Petal makes whatever color and the click enters. It's interesting to see who he targets.
Ponder is better in the hand, I think. So, but he knows that he's missing land drops. He can't really
Okay, so he does target his opponent.
Flame Rift there. He did
Yeah.
bring that in, and he did bring in the Vortex.
Yeah, so we see
I think you target Lightning Bolt.
even though there's 2, because the Flame Wraith is lethal, is it not?
Like the only way you're gonna win this game is by having him miss again, and if he misses again, because like he's actually dead to just Lightning Bolt go Lightning Bolt.
This is all during blocks. He's just blocking the 3/4
Yeah,
Swift Spear.
He's chump blocking, yes.
Okay. And then it looks like he said you can just keep him.
Okay. And he's gonna ponder.
Yeah. So I think
I
this
don't
is
know
a
if I like
fresh
this
top
ponder
3.
here. Oh, there's Echoing Truth. Okay. There's Force. Force is great.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a blue card to pair it with, so he has to.
He doesn't. He's gonna shuffle. All right.
He has to ship that. So that was an
His hand
interesting.
is Engineered Explosives, Emrakul, Ancient Tomb.
So that was an interesting 2-card 3-mana healing salve off of Evangelion Click.
I mean, I like it. It's fine. Anything that keeps you alive is fine.
Yeah.
Oh, so like he's actually at 9. The
Yeah,
Swift
because he
attack
didn't
would
take
have
the
brought
3.
him to 6.
Yeah.
The life totals were messed up a second there. So I like Hank's spot a lot more at 9 than I do at 6.
And the Preordain will let him dig a little bit
Preordain
deeper,
is
spin his wheels a
just-
little more. And if he ever finds a sneak attack, okay, so he found
Show
a
and
show and tell and a pedal. So I think that you're certainly topping these in some manner, right?
I think you.
Okay,
I think you draw show and tell, tomb, and cast it, and hope he misses.
Okay, so it looks like he agrees with your line since that's exactly what he's doing. He scryed bottom the other card as well.
But he can put the vortex into play.
Yes, but the Emrakul races the vortex faster.
Yes, it does.
Again,
I was operating as him at 6 again.
Yeah.
But no, we're at.
And because the Emrakul gets to block.
Upstairs.
This game may be over.
No, actually. Oh wait, you can deal 6 and then put him to 1.